Whoa!
Living on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear.
Whoa!
Living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Hey guys.
It's supposed to start on the other screen.
What? Oh no.
Not that one.
Oh
Jesus.
no.
Hi.
Hi guys. Hey friends. My name is Frenny.
And I'm Slappa.
And this is Vibes and Delights. Y'all, we have been on hiatus and we are coming back. We're coming back. We're trying to get here. We're trying to get back on YouTube. We're trying to get back. But man, it has been so rough this last few weeks. If you've been a part of my Discord, join the Discord, show us your pets. You'll know a lot about what's been happening with us with the passing of Slappa's father and the subsequent failures that happened thereafter. It's just like a big chain of events that just won't stop falling. Like whenever it rains, it fucking pours, and it is pouring over here. But we are here, and when we're having trouble, we're just going to start talking to our friends and family that we care about to keep us from what's really been going on. Like, just escape for a little while with us. You'll notice that Slappa is actually in my chair. I'm in his chair. My chair broke.
It's breaking.
It's breaking. There's ball bearings everywhere.
Yeah. I feel like we'll have to get one of those like mats. You know what I mean? For these. I think that's like literally why they exist.
Really?
Because I think going over the grout gaps is like just hitting the wheel wrong every time.
We were considering getting rugs too, but like it's like we'd have to get like a U-shaped one, and we couldn't find one that was a reasonable price without paying a lot of money or like paying separately. And I didn't want to pay for like separate ones because it would be weird to like step off of. I don't know. We'll figure it out though, because this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I am tired, okay? I am tired. But you know what I do got though, even though I'm tired? I got stories, all right? Listen, I'm about to move in with my big sister. We're about to move. And I would never do any of these things to my sister, to my brother. I would never do the things that, I'm sorry, honey, that your family has done to us. I would never do half of this shit. Family sucks sometimes. Choose your own, okay? Something I really love about my community is that like in the dark of night, somebody asks for help and somebody's there to respond. That's like the most exciting thing like that I consistently see in my channel, in my server. I am so proud to have cultivated. I am so proud to have seen it grow on its own. It's just a really lovely community that I'm so proud of. I'm so proud to be part of it. I'm so proud that y'all are here with me. Honestly, I'm just so happy, so thankful that I have y'all. I just can't even express that enough. But let's get into some of these stories, okay? We're gonna grab our Vibes and Delights. Man, use our code to get 20% off, okay? 20% off at wyattperp.com. Get your Vibes and your Delights. But also remember that Vibes and Delights don't have to be substances. They don't have to be gardening tools. They don't have to be anything. A vibe and a delight can be as something simple as your favorite gummy snacks, okay?
My favorite vibe and delight is milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies. I think my favorite are those like Funyun Lays that I've been like chomping on lately. Like I love Funyuns, but like them Funyun Lays though.
Built different.
Built different. My brother says that they're a little too salty for his taste, but I don't know. I like them.
Onions are salty.
Yeah, they are. They are. And they tear up your mouth too. But that's why I like these, because they don't tear up your fucking mouth. But anyway. All right, y'all. Now, we got a personal write-in today. I read this on one of the Reddit Rainbow Lives. but I want to read it on this podcast because I want to hear what y'all think about this. The OP got a lot of good advice in the live, but if you have any extra advice that you want to give, make sure you stay tuned for that third story there at the end for the personal write-in. We're going to read family stories today, though. We're going to read some family stories, all right? Now, grab your vibes and your delights, and let's jump into this story called, Am I the Asshole for Not Giving My Sister and Her Boyfriend My Apartment Keys While I Was Out of Town?
And her boyfriend?
Right. Like, I'm just like, so you want to be in my house for...
Like, I understand you give, like, your sister or your mom or dad, like, someone you trust, your key to, like, water your plants, you know, check on your pet.
Truth.
Like, that's, I get it, but, like, and her boyfriend.
And her boyfriend.
What's he got to do with us?
Also, I'd wonder, like, maybe it's like a package deal, like, they've been together for, like, 15, 20 years, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But... let's keep going. Let's find out. Alright, so I went on a 5-day work trip last month. Before I left, my sister asked if she and her boyfriend could stay at my place during that time because it's closer to his new job. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment near the city, and they live with our parents in the suburbs.
So he's just gonna, like, stay there like a hotel?
Right, like...
just to go to work?
Just to go to work. You know, honestly, that's not unheard of. Like at my job, like we go into office 1 week out of the month, which is so happening to be this coming week by the time you see this. But some people do stay in a hotel.
Yeah, but they're paying for it.
Yeah.
But he's just like, let me just use your place while you're gone, man.
Oh, yeah, my bad, yeah. No, it's not unheard of that people actually get hotels when they have, like, long-ass commutes like that. But, yeah, no, they pay. I said no. My place has a lot of personal stuff, and I just don't feel comfortable with people staying there when I'm not home, even if it's just family. Plus, I don't know her boyfriend that well. And they're not exactly the clean up after themselves type. Oh, they're going to trash that place. They're going to trash that place and steal all of your belongings. I believe it. I didn't make a big deal about it. I just said it wouldn't work and left it at that. When I got back, my sister was cold with me and later said I don't trust her. Sure don't. And that
don't trust me. You're right.
And I made her feel like some random stranger. And I explained that I value my space and privacy and it wasn't personal. I just don't like the idea of anyone staying in my home while I'm gone. Now my parents are involved, saying I could have just helped them out for a few days since her boyfriend's trying to get on his feet. But I don't see why that has to involve my apartment. Right. Am I the asshole for saying no? But whoa, hold on.
Well, there's no way you're the asshole. It's your house. You can just say no. But also, think about this. I know people I would say yes to this for because I trust them and I know they take care of shit and, like, we help each other out all the time. So, like, imagine if she actually was a good sister,
right?
And like they had a strong relationship. She would have just said yes, and it would have been no problem.
Right. That's exactly what
I was
going to say. So it's really
just like you. That's on you.
Right. I was going to say, like, what does it mean about your relationship that she didn't feel comfortable letting you have a key? Letting you have a key. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my sister lived here, she would have a key to my house. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, she doesn't live here. She doesn't have a key to my house. I have a key to my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't even get keys to their parents' house. You hear me? Like, what have you done to make your sister not trust you?
Right. She said they're not the type to clean up after themselves.
Yes. No. And even furthermore, it kind of says where they are. They're getting on their feet right now. You know what I'm saying? How long have they been living at your parents' house? How long? How long have they been living at this parent's house? You said this was his new job. How long have they been living there? How long have they been living there?
I wouldn't trust y'all either. How much would he actually save staying at your place for a week? He just lives in the suburbs.
But exactly, that's what I'm saying. They're already living at the parents' house. They're already trying to get back on their feet. They're literally at the most bare minimum that they could be, living for free, you know, driving themselves to work. You don't have any expenses. What do you need the apartment for? You're just greedy. You're greedy.
Like, you're trying to save, like, $50 for the week.
But even still, like, what's
Crazy.
it going to stop? It's not going to stop anything. It's not going to stop anything. They just want the apartment so he can show off for his new friends at work. That's what it is. You can't change my mind. He wants to throw a party for his new coworkers at your house.
I could believe that.
I absolutely believe that.
And, like, what if growing up, the OP had to constantly just clean up everything around the house because her sister made the messes and, like, didn't do shit.
I'd also
So she's like, I am not cleaning up after you again.
It could also just be Golden Child, the way that the parents are like upset at the OP for not just handing over her house. It's giving Golden Child.
You could have just done it. Like,
yeah,
I could have, I guess, but I didn't.
Like,
what's the issue?
But there was no need. Like, this is crazy town. Like, there was no need for your
It's
apartment.
not even like he was homeless or anything.
Right.
He's living in a house in the suburbs.
With all of the support. Like, y'all are crazy. So let's read some of these comments. So, not the asshole and your place. You and only you get to decide who stays and who gets to be invited. Boyfriend is getting enough help from your parents giving him a place to stay. You also don't need to enable them. That's why this is the top comment, child, because that's exactly what we just fucking said. Man, I can't even, with the entitlement, not the asshole, they would likely be sleeping on your bed and doing Lord knows what. I didn't even think about that.
Right, I was just like thinking about this dude just wanting to live there for a week. I didn't even think about them coming over and doing the do.
Oh my gosh. And remember that time we read that story of like the mother who would want to sleep on the bed? She would take naps in their house. Yeah. You remember? And she was like, we have sex in that bed. She wants to smell us having sex. And that's disgusting because it's not just your little boy stink here. This is our stink here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we be stanking places up. I'm just...
My beef. Strong.
Oh my gosh, you remember that fucking TikTok I showed you with that chick? She was like, this is my makeup before I let the nerdy nervous guy hit. Yo, let's put that right here.
This is my makeup before I let the nervous and funny guy hit. Hi. There's four of them. After everyone, he said, we're not done yet. My lashes are gone and this room stinks. And it's 3 a.m. And I want to go to bed.
She was like, it stinks in here. Oh my God. It stinks in here. But yeah, no, that shit's crazy. Why do people want to be in your personal space like that? I will never understand. I just told a story on TikTok the other day about that when we had that party. We were having a mushroom party, or y'all were tripping acid. I don't remember, but they were tripping, and this girl was just absolutely unhinged, asking for the most egregious shit. At the end of the night, she wanted to go upstairs to meet my children while she was drunk and everyone was tripping downstairs. She wanted to go upstairs in my house and wake my children up at 3 a.m. just so we could talk. Just so she could meet them. Just so she could meet my children. Yeah. People don't got no fucking boundaries. Y'all crazy as fuck. Anyway. Alright, next we got Slapper's Choice. Slapper's got this wild ass story. I haven't even read it yet. I haven't heard nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it, but
this story messed me up.
This story is wild, so maybe a trigger warning? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe like trigger warning, hearing your parents have sex.
Yeah, because we're bordering
child abuse.
Yeah. So big trigger warning for that.
Am I the asshole if I interrupt my mom's sex every time she's having it?
Barf. If either of our children walked up to us and said that they could hear us, I would fucking just decease. Like, I would cease to exist. I would just whoosh. I don't feel so good. Like, it just turned into dust. You know from Spider-Man.
Yeah. I, 19 female, live with my mom, 39 female, for the holidays and the weekends since I'm a student. Approximately 1 month ago, it was discovered that my stepfather, 33, I'm guessing male, cheated on her for multiple reasons. One of them being their intimate life being totally dead. My mom didn't break things off with him because she told me she loved him and was ready to forgive him. Since then, they've been having sex almost every night, with almost no exceptions. My room is next to theirs, and the walls are very thin. It's absolutely horrendous to hear my mom having sex almost every night. I'm sometimes at my boyfriend's place, but right now he's on holidays with his family, and I don't have friends or family around to escape this nightmare. I told Mom the first night that we could hear them. I share my room with a little sister, 12, whose bed is right next to theirs.
Oh my god, that's even worse than I thought it was. I thought it was just the 19-year-old. Yeah, that's why this
story was insane to me.
I thought it was just the 19-year-old. Holy fuck.
Only separated by the said thin wall. Thank God she's always asleep. And the second or third night when it happened again multiple times, I notified my mom that it would be great if they could do it when I'm not here or in daytime when nobody is in their room. She laughed it off and didn't stop since, even though I asked her and threatened her multiple times of interrupting her. This week, I went to my boyfriend's place for 2 nights, came back, and the night I came back, they did it again. I said to my mom today that it was becoming really annoying and threatened once again to find a solution to interrupt them. She said, okay, but guess what? They did it again. I know she does it to keep my stepfather from cheating again, but it is impacting me and another sister, 18, whose room is to the other side of their room.
Another one?
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. The male-centered women are dangerous.
For real. Fortunately, she's off and out on nights, but I'm still enduring it, and I do not know if I can make it any longer. So am I the asshole if I interrupt my mother's sex?
No, but I'm like, it's like borderline, you need to call like something equivalent to CPS.
For real.
And also that child, that 12-year-old, my daughter is 9, what, is she 10 now?
10.
She is 10 years old now. She's in the double digits. Oh my god. I couldn't imagine doing this. I could not imagine needing a man so bad that I would
cheated
do this.
on you.
Right. Like, what's worse though is like, it's not that she won't just let it go. It's that also, if you ask me, the man is equally as disgusting.
Yeah.
Because he's like making her make these noises. You know what I'm saying? He's being loud too.
Right. This is like an abusive stepfather thing. Like, he's getting off on making them hear it.
On making all of his daughter, like these daughters, these girls, these young underage women listen to him have sex with their mother. That's like the most like fucked up shit I've ever heard in my life. In like male-centered women are dangerous. This is fucked up. Again, I would fucking disintegrate into nothing if either of my children told me that they could hear us and asked, please, can you stop?
Right.
Like if it's different. Like, you know, you're going to hear each other moving around and shit like that. But if they actively said,
can you stop?
Please stop doing this.
Yeah, I'm
not going to do that. I'm going to respect my children. Like, gross. That's fucking disgusting. There's edits.
Yeah, I read this just like when it had like 20 comments or something before these edits.
Wow.
And I was in the comments like arguing with people who were like, you're 19, get over it, it's normal. Like, first of all, it's normal to like have roommates in college and shit, or in your 30s and 40s now, because that's what we're doing. America, yeah. It's normal to have roommates, peers, that you agree to live with together and share rent and hear them fucking sometimes because you're both adults. It's not normal for your parents to be making you hear them fuck and just being like, this is normal.
Yes, there is a difference.
What kind of parent is doing this?
Right.
That's fucked up. You're causing harm to your kid.
And are complicit in such.
You could just fuck when they're all gone.
When they're gone.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
People are like, whatever. It's normal to make a 12-year-old girl hear you fuck.
That is crazy.
But okay, let's get to these edits. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I can edit so soon, but since a lot of people are commenting, I'll do it and clarify some points. Yes, I'll put on some headphones. Yes, my mom should leave him. Yes, it's not my house and I don't make the rules, but for my defense, caring about your children should be more important. Okay, so she's just addressing the fucking terrible people in the comments. Good. Caring about your children should be more important, and since I am farther away than my little sister, she might be more at risk of hearing it. No, I didn't mention my little sister for sympathy. She is 12. Kind of twisted in the head and a big liar, could lie about being awake or hearing them. I don't know if she's really awake or not, since she doesn't snore every night, and for privacy, she and I are separated by a curtain. So I am not seeing if she looks asleep. She has problems relating to sexuality since she went through puberty very early, and this issue might worsen it. So yes, I might talk to my mother about it. People DMing me about my mother being a whore, or I don't know which insults, will be blocked, and if that's possible, reported. Despite this issue, I love my mother deeply and do not tolerate insults toward her. Okay. Edit 2. It's 2:22 a.m. in my country. I'm going to sleep. If tomorrow I have too much negative comments, I might delete the post because I do not want to hear my mother having sex and strangers telling me I shouldn't be annoyed because it's my mom's house and not mine. For the concerned ones about the situation, just know I'll tell my mom to think about my little sister who will sooner or later hear them. Y'all can imagine it will make them stop making so much noise. You can hope. I don't know if it will be the case though. Goodbye and good night to y'all. Much love even to those who say you're the asshole because I'm not a hateful person. Or maybe I am just really tired. I'm normally asleep for more than 3 hours now. Jeez. Edit 3. With what we could call a great night of sleep, I am absolutely baffled at some comments of yours. Some of you are commenting after the updates and still post some things that I reviewed in them. For all the American and abused people telling me to move out because I'm more than 18 and I can get my place, I hope y'all can find a therapist.
Man, those are some stupid Americans, because every American that I know would never kick their kid out right now. We were just talking about this the other day. When our kids turn 18, I hope they stay as long as they want to. I do not, these people just sound miserable in your comments. I'm sorry, keep going, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I have a loving mom that still wants to provide for me. Only on summer and holidays, because a part of that I have my own place for college. Like, did people not read it? And that the only issue in our relationship is that I hear her every night with my stepfather. As I said in the second edit, I will not interrupt them, but try to talk to my mom about my 12-year-old sister, maybe hearing her in the future, in hope that she can refrain from making so much noise. We aren't American, English, Australian, or any other country speaking English, so CPS is not a thing here.
Oh my gosh.
My mom and stepdad aren't married, so
oh my god.
why is she with him? And she wasn't to my dad. I know y'all are probably a majority of Christian Americans that believes that there should be marriage before children.
No!
No such thing in my country. Not degrading your system on that point, though.
No, but you think that somebody who isn't related to you would care about having relations in front of children? Like,
as some of you may think, no, my mom isn't staying for money, as she earns more than my stepdad now, though we are almost poor. What y'all can call maybe lower class? I think I summed up everything in that I should not have so much a long update to make anymore. Maybe a tiny one after I talk to my mom, but that should be all. Jeez.
wow. That was a mess. Is there anything? Oh my gosh, this was only 17 hours ago.
Yeah.
Bookmark that, or come back to that. You're gonna
Yeah,
have
we'll
to watch
check it
that. That's
tomorrow.
crazy. That's insane. I might, if there's more updates, then I might read it on Monday's live. Like, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what do y'all think about that story? I can't wait to see what you guys say in the Discord in advance. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait because I am so confuzzled and so concerned, and hopefully that, oh man, just, I hope people care a little more about their children. That's all. That's all. I just really do. Whew. Jeez.
Right, like you would hope, but I feel like she's already told her multiple times. I doubt she's gonna stop.
I just don't understand how, like, people end up like this, how families end up like this. Like, I don't know. It's just nasty. And I'm talking about your family, and I'm also talking about the OP's family. It's just crazy, like, how nobody seems to give a fuck. Like, the mom says, yeah, sure, and then keeps doing it. Like, you can't tell me that's not abusive. She's at least complicit. Like, and like, you can, like, it might not be illegal in that country, or she might not have the help she needs, but she is so valid in her feelings, like, period. At the end of the day, she is valid in her feelings that this is weird, this is not okay, and this isn't stuff you should be subjecting your children to.
Right.
That's weird. So at the end of the day, OP is absolutely spot on that, regardless of whatever else they think or people are saying. That is, they're valid. That's weird. Anyway, all right, we got one more story, y'all. Another family story. This one's a long personal write-in, okay? And it's, I do apologize. We're trying to form, we might have to adjust the format on it because it's a document, so it's like spaced weird.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you might disappear into the whiteness.
Bye, I'll see y'all later.
I told you you'd blend in.
Yeah, I thought it would go over me for some reason. It's a green screen, it's not in front of me. I'm vibing, leave me alone.
you is delightful.
Matter of fact.
Right. Shoo, huh, shoo. So this OP is asking, are they overreacting? My bestie / cousin and I are slowly becoming strangers, and it's stressing me out. So, before I start, I must emphasize that this is one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make in my 36 years of life, as it involves lifelong history and friendship. I've cut off my entire family other than my cousin, TM, 35, and brother, but he's not part of the story. Without getting into details, those two are all the support I have left in the world. Hence why I'm coming to social media for perspective or input. Please note, I use dark humor to cope. Please don't be offended about the ways I may joke about some things. Too long didn't read. I think my cousin and lifelong best friend is becoming too mentally unstable to sustain our friendship any longer, and I don't know how to help if she won't listen, or if I even should, because it's hurting me in the process, and I'm dealing with my own mental issues. Am I overreacting, and should I just leave it alone, or is this relationship over beyond repair? OP, like I said, was in the live when I read this initially. They already got a lot of good advice, but again, I say give them as much good advice as possible, and I will just always start with, remember that we are just random people on the internet. We don't know the situation nearly as good as you do, so always take what we say with a grain of salt. But that being said, we're always coming from a place of love and never from malice, okay? And then I will say though, if you're coming to social media and this is really this hard, that the question then becomes, when have you had enough pain? When have you had enough hurt, right? So I think with that in mind, let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
TM and I have known each other our whole lives and have spent much of our childhood, adolescence, and adulthood as close friends. I have more history, connection, and love with TM than I do with my own sister. Little things don't shake us. TM and I have been through so much stress, betrayal, and trauma in our lives, and we always had each other to lean on during those times. I can't emphasize that enough. We only had each other through a lot of our lives. One thing about her that may be relevant is that she's always told me that she may have schizophrenia because her dad was diagnosed with it. It's just something to keep in mind. She may act paranoid about a few things that don't make sense, but she always stayed grounded for the most part. Rewind to 2019, the first time we really had a bad fight that left us not speaking to each other for months. This story is important. Also, whenever I've only ever had one friend ghost me for months and months and months, and whenever it came back, they tried to pretend all was well, like they didn't hurt my feelings, let's just get over it. The friendship ended by the summer of the next year. Like, that's not okay to just ghost people that are supposed to love and care for you. You know what I mean? But all right. To this day, I have no clue what she was so mad about. See, she just came back and tried to gloss over it. But I remember we had just hung up from a long and what I thought was cathartic phone call. We hadn't talked in a while, so we had a ton to catch up on. We lightly chatted about our lives and what we've been up to, then hung up happily, or so I thought. Ironically, in the middle of expressing my joy about it with another friend, I get a long, heated text from TM saying how she can't believe I would talk to her like that, and that she's worked so hard to be the mom she is today. She kept laying into me about how messed up I am for putting her down as a mom and as a woman, and I was lost as fuck. I immediately called her so we could discuss it. One, because I was confused as fuck. Two, because I have to fix things between people I love. I never want to leave someone feeling terrible because of something I did. If I've made a mistake, I want to know, understand, and try my best to fix it or make up for it. But friend, you also, that is not your job. Your job is to explain that I did not mean any malicious intent, and if they still want to demonize you and punish you thereafter, that's a them problem. Okay, I just want to say that because it sounds like they were projecting onto you, because I'm not really sure where being a bad mother happened. But let's find out. She answers as I'm on the verge of a panic. Hey, I got your text. I don't know what I did. I think there was a misunderstanding. And she immediately interrupts me to scream, no, 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 no. You know exactly what was said, and I didn't misunderstand shit. She continued on about how I did know what I did, and I meant to insult her, and so forth. I tried to explain I don't understand what was actually said that pissed her off so bad, and she kept exclaiming, I bust my ass to be a good mom for my kids. I earned what I got. I'm sorry I don't have a fancy job like you. Sorry I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I attempted to assure her I would never think less of any woman for being a stay-at-home mom. She definitely knows that already. I thought I was talking to someone else for a second, because this is not like her, and what she's accusing me of is nothing like me. Not only am I a feminist, but I'm a huge part of our bond is hating men and loving women together. So I was lost. Eventually I stopped trying to figure it out and just got mean. So she hung up on me. Fair. I did try calling her back because I'm stubborn and need to fix things to a fault, and she never answered. I left a voicemail, then let it go. I don't know if she ever heard it, but we didn't speak for months after that. She broke the silence. It was awkward. Where we used to call each other out, banter, and be real, we now validate each other's feelings no matter how petty and unreasonable it is. Have shallow conversations about nothing and never know how to hang up on the phone. It's painfully fake. Like we're both shy to say too much. I eventually said something because I couldn't take it anymore, and she expressed how she likes the small talk and she calls me to be validated even when she's wrong. But that's not good, though. Right. Is that friendship?
Nah. That's just seeking validation. Like, you're not actually being a friend. You just know this person will, like, listen to your story and not, like, critique you.
Right. So, like, a real friend, a real family, a real cousin wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not okay. Like, for you to be a dumping ground, essentially, it sounds like a dumping ground for them to just pop off, it seems like, and you're not going to stop them. That sucks. So she likes being validated even when she's wrong. I express the opposite, but I'm also a believer in trying to love someone else how they want to be loved. So I did the fake validation and small talk about the weather for her, but she never did what I needed back at me. You can't pour from an empty cup. But I did, she would mirror the same behavior back, knowing I'm not actually getting any fulfillment from it. It became one-sided. I also realized I was masking to the one person I thought I could drop my mask around. I lost that safe feeling I had around her. That broke my soul. I don't even know what I would do if I couldn't be me around you. Fast forward to 2021 and I was diagnosed with autism. I deep dived into that. The more I knew, the more I wanted to tell TM so we could understand each other better. Plus, her daughter is autistic, so it helped me better understand her daughter's traits and behaviors. I thought this was going to turn things around for us and help us get us back into a deep connection again. I was able to explain things about myself that helped her understand miscommunications that happen often between allistics and autistics. She gets it to a degree, but not enough for it to have made a difference in how we communicate. Oh.
So, no?
So she's not even acknowledging her own child.
Right.
You know? Over time, she has gotten more paranoid, passive, offended, and contradictive. She so easily misunderstands me to the point of me going nonverbal. That needs to be an ended relationship.
Right.
Once you start regressing, once you start like going into behaviors that are triggers or traumas, it's time to end that relationship. The stress physically makes my voice paralyzed or something. I've told her what my neurotype means. I can't be fake or passive about things without it hurting me in the process. It's like she ignores it or forgets it every month. She seems to only understand the allistic language, which is fine, but she pretends that's what we both speak effortlessly. No matter how much I tell her, I see things differently, and here are the ways, etc. But she insists, she relates and gets offended that I feel or think otherwise. I'm starting to feel my efforts for understanding are in vain. She'll tell me how I'm feeling, never bothers asking. That triggers me into an internal rage. It hurts because I'm confused that someone I thought got me more than anyone turns out to not get me at all. It's hard enough living in a world built for allistic people, but my own bestie doesn't even get me. It's exhausting and lonely. I slowly started drifting away from her for a bit. Then in spring of 2022, my best friend at the time unexpectedly passed away, and I was utterly broken. TM saved my life during that time. She was all I had to pick my sloppy ass back up. Trauma bonded. Over the last year, all the insecurities and delusions started to come and go more often. The person she is now is never someone I would be friends with ever, and it's just not me either. She accuses people of some pretty outlandish things that I don't think are fully true. For example, she insists rude strangers are being rude to her specifically because racism, despite her being the whitest white bitch that ever white bitched. Well, on the outside. But truly, she is Native American. The thing is, you would never know unless she told you. Ew, I know somebody like that. I know somebody like that for real. Like, for real, for real. The thing is, you would never know unless she told you. So it seems like a strange allegation to make, but what do I know? I'm uncultured swine. Now she won't take accountability for everything. She's always the victim. She makes excuses for her piece of shit MAGA husband, who is awful, hates women, secretly gay.
Oh my God.
Has affairs, smashed their wedding cake in her face, despite her begging him not to. That kind of asshole. Goodness, like I know you watch my content because that's like everything I fucking hate. Oh, that's nasty work. Nasty work. Anyway, saying he's got Huntington's, he doesn't. and then constantly praises how good her son is going to be as if his father has no influence whatsoever, my son won't be a red-pilled misogynist, even though you literally have one in your house who treats you like shit in front of him every day.
Right.
I'm genuinely worried about her grasp on reality. She never does anything about her problems either, only complains. She blames her ex-baby daddy's new girlfriend on why she can never go see another game for her daughter's sports because the other woman will always be there. Does she genuinely think I'm going to smile and nod at that? I just want to scream, hold yourself accountable, but we don't have that connection anymore, sadly. It's all fake smiles. I hate that, and I can't be my true authentic self anymore without it causing issues or misunderstandings. Her toxic behavior has only gotten worse this year. It's easy to ignore while I was mourning and trying not to hurt myself every day, but it's 2025 and the tears are starting to clear away enough for me to realize I'm growing, learning, and maturing in ways that she has not yet. I'm waking up to things she isn't seeing yet. It's scary and sad. I don't want to leave her behind. I want to help her. I love her so much with all my existence, but is it worth the toxicity, the stress of over-explaining every tiny thing I say, and the constant misunderstandings? No. Fast forward right up to about 3 weeks ago, the last straw for me. We were having another one of our long talks that we have about nothing, everything, and anything in between, but this was in the Marco Polo video messaging app. Handmaid's Tale was brought up casually, and it turned into a conversation about how some things just aren't entertaining, specifically the torture of women. TM expressed it not being something she could ever sit down to watch. I agreed to understanding the feeling. It made me think of horror and how the things that scare me have changed as I've aged. I've talked about dystopian films when authors of dystopian books, which brought me to theories about them, authors reading patterns in history to come up with these scary dystopian scenarios and so on. I love talking to Slappa about these things. I rambled on frivolously for about 33 minutes. In my ramble, I had somehow convinced myself to start The Handmaid's Tale to see if it scares me in a way that I like. Yes, I heard how weird that sounded, but I digress. And ended the message with that. I will say that as a coach, at my job, I talk to people, and usually whenever I get passionate about a subject, I start rambling freely, and I forget that the person I'm talking to isn't as well versed as I, and maybe you said that she's not waking up in such a way like you are, society wise, you know what I'm saying? And so maybe you were speaking beyond her. So I bet you talking for 30 minutes about something she didn't understand would be really weird. Not weird in the sense of a neurodivergent person. I would have sat there listening God damn, maybe I want to watch Handmaid's Tale. You know what I'm saying? But an all-listed person might think that you're bashing them, and I'm pretty sure that's what's about to happen, right? And but all I meant to say though is that sometimes I lose people really quickly, and then they get upset. Whenever we're educating about anything, some people get really mad about it because they don't want to see the truth. They want to stay asleep. They don't want to see that their family is terrible. They don't want to see that their moms, their husbands are terrible people. You know what I mean? So when you said 33 minutes, I was immediately damn, that might have been too long, but I would have been also damn, I would have listened to that whole thing big time, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like my dad was teaching me how to understand the other side of the language, and I wish I could tell him every day how much I appreciate him for training me for this. Oh my gosh. But anyway, it doesn't make it okay. I'm just saying I understand. That's all. Anyway. But also I don't understand, and also I probably would have been let's watch it together and be afraid together. But anyway, all right, cool. But I'm also not married to a piece of shit MAGA jerk, so thanks, babe.
I do what I can.
She replied without watching the whole thing. Damn, called it immediately. I'm almost positive based on how fast it took her to respond. She accused me of calling her willfully ignorant for not wanting to watch the show, which was not anything close to what I said. I didn't bother responding. I get nothing for 20 minutes before she sends another message about, The Handmaid's Tale. She seemed to really want to tear me down over it too, finding almost a kind of joy in telling me new upsetting info about someone associated with the book or show, as if I care. Things like the author of that book, she's an elitist, right? Like the elite.
The elite?
The media? I'm sorry. This is very serious, I'm sorry. Thought you should know that she's not so perfect and amazing. Then, I kid you not, she put her finger on the tip of her nose, dramatically squishing it upward.
What?
To mock the author or me. I'm not sure. Oh, like making pig face. Oh, okay, again. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? While holding her nose up, she continued, she's really a genius, huh? Not really, but you do you, girl. A few more minutes later, she continued, I don't need to watch things like that to know the oppression of women. Besides, I'm not even into trends like that. I love you that for you, though. I don't need to do trendy things. If you need that for you, then I'm happy for you. She spoke to me just like that, a literal child who got picked on last in soccer. Oh, like a literal child who got picked last in soccer, trying to convince everybody soccer sucks and you should feel bad for needing soccer to feel validated. Like a bully on the playground doing way too much. Damn. Eventually, I figured out that she mixed up a lot of what I said to make it sound like a personal attack on her. I only said the words willfully ignorant once, and it was about people in general, nothing to do with her in the slightest, or the show for that matter. I was talking about something else entirely. When I tell you, I went back to my polo, a 33-minute message, 4 times to figure this out, only to have a few guesses as to what triggered her, but I really don't know if I want to go down that road with her again to find out for sure. I know she'll deny it, and it'll be a whole thing that she'll flip on me because I was the one who confronted the situation instead of letting it be passive. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. I say nothing and leave her messages on read. She never acknowledges a single other thing I talked about in my messages. So as far as I'm concerned, she blew me off, and I'm still waiting. 2 weeks later, she sends me a polo acting like nothing happened and everything was normal. Hey, just wanted to see what was up since we haven't talked in a while. I've been good. How about you? I'm not the kind of person to just act like nothing happened unless the plan is to bring it up at a later time, but not this remorseless fake bullshit. As if you didn't full-on verbally attack me last time we talked. Over a misunderstanding, no less. I still haven't responded and have ignored a few calls. The last message she sent me was her saying, really going through it and thought I would be there for her. That was last week. I can't ghost her forever, though.
Why not?
You heard it first from Slappa. Why not? I personally don't think I can do that to her. That's fair. And live with myself, and I'm just frozen as to what I should do or say next. I'll be the first to admit that this is a long time coming. I've been dragging this on for years longer than necessary. I wasn't sure I could handle another loss of any kind or another unproductive confrontation. I'm undecided if this is salvageable if I were to confront TM about what's been bothering me, considering last time didn't work, or if I just say goodbye or wait it out for months like last time to begin another cycle of shallow, meaningless connection that physically hurts me to endure, all for peace. Above all, if this is a cry for help and I abandon her, I'll never forgive myself. What advice could you give me to decide? I need more than just the typical pill-a-stitch, pull-string therapist advice here. I can handle the truth no matter how ugly, dirty, or hard it might be to hear. I appreciate any input and thanks so much in advance. Like I said, the OP already got a lot of good answers and feedback from us. Most of the people were just like, we really, really need you to understand that you don't deserve any of this. You can ghost her forever, and you don't have to explain to her why if you don't want to. If you must say something, say your piece, stand on it, stand 10 toes down, and never pick that boundary up ever. And then the OP was a little worried about starting over, and like, this is the last person. You have a whole community, at least right here, of people who've got your back on a lonely night. You know what I'm saying? Who have got your back if you just want to talk about something random or share a random thing that happened to you. You have a community of us, bare minimum, okay? You will find new people. You will make new friends. You will happen across people, and you can start practicing talking and making friends right here in our Discord server. You need to escape people, and just because they are the last person that's in your immediate area of friends, it doesn't mean that you're not going to find family. Your family is who you choose it to be, not what you're related to blood-wise. Remember that. Okay? But you need to get away from this person. They're sucking you dry.
Yeah, they hurt you. Like, this is like physically painful to you.
Mentally. Because you're masking. It is
right.
Painful. Like Steven Universe. Like, remember that episode of Steven where it was like his birthday and he was like trying to stretch and be taller? He was trying to fake being taller, and it was physically painful for him to fake that. You are faking being this passive person. You are masking. You're going nonverbal. This is painful for you.
You pretty much, you need to tell yourself that you don't deserve to put up with this the rest of your life. You need to leave this person behind, and if you don't want to feel guilty about it, and you want to be able to live with yourself, then you need to just straight up confront exactly how you're feeling, how they've been treating you, and what you actually wanted from a relationship, that it could be, but they're not putting any effort and just trying to make you someone you're not. And if they won't work on it after that, just, that's it. You need to leave. You need to stop talking to them. You need to cut contact. It's not good for you at all. And
you owe no one.
You're really doing nothing for them. You need to understand that. Like, they just want your validation. If you're not there, they will get it from someone else.
They will.
That's who they are. That's what they're gonna do. That's how they emotionally regulate themselves, I guess. Like, they're gonna do that with or without you. You do not have to be the sacrifice.
People like that always find another victim, unfortunately.
They need to.
You don't need to be it. But also, you don't have to be alone either. You won't be. You won't be. Promise. Let's take a word from Steven Universe, okay? Like, one of my favorite lines. You think of a word to say, and then you say it. You see someone cool, you fucking say it. Go up to a person, do a guerrilla warfare. Hey, I like your shirt. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna make somebody's day. Hey, I really love Pokemon. Hoo, hoo, hoo. You know what I'm saying?
Nice hat!
Pull a cactuar, like, you know what I'm saying? Just, woo! Like, I'm just saying, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be. You're gonna be okay. You deserve so much better than this. You deserve to be free. You deserve to keep your mask off as long as you can, okay? Before you have to mask up to go grocery shopping or something, you know what I mean? But I just, that part just it just hurt my heart so much, because nobody deserves that. Nobody does. We're slowly but surely getting started. We'll be moving soon, and then we'll have a different setup, and we'll see how that goes. I'm so excited for the newness, but it's like, you know, like, it's always darkest before the dawn. That's what it feels like. I feel like we're going through a lot of trials and tribulations, but I really, really, really feel like once we get through it, everything will be all right, at least for a little while. On the other side, I'm just so thankful to have my people, my community, so thankful to be here and with y'all. I love y'all so, so much. I can't wait to read more stories. I can't wait to read more of your thoughts. I can't wait to see your smiling puppies and faces and kitties and everything else. I can't wait them. I can't wait for them. I love you guys so much. Send us your story via vibesandelights@gmail.com. Use our code vibesandelights to get your vibes and delights. And always remember to have a great day. We love you. Bye.
Bye.